Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is going to be for Taurus. This is for July of 2020. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, click the bell to receive the notifications. Down in the description box below, you're going to find more information about the reading as well as links to my Etsy page. I do post a lot of artwork there, so definitely check that out. My social media pages will be down there, and if you would like a personal reading from me, you can send me an email address that will also be there. I do want to go over a couple of things about July because it's like a really important month in astrology before we get started with the reading. As we start July, we wrap up the third and final eclipse of the year. We have seriously had 6 eclipses, and it's a lot for 1 year. We don't normally have that many. We're also wrapping up Cancer and Capricorn cycle that we've been working with since 2018. The next eclipse is going to be entering in November. July 4th through the 5th on Sunday, we're going to have the Capricorn full moon lunar eclipse. And that one's going to be interesting because we're actually going to feel a lot more comfortable, and we're going to feel this shift of a sense of stillness, a sense of rest, which will be nice because it's kind of the opposite of what a lot of the eclipses are. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that plays out. Now, that's just a very general rule of thumb of what's going on with this eclipse. This eclipse actually can have a lot of negative attributes to it if you really read into what it is, but I just wanted to sort of have a positive note for July. So we're going to go into Taurus July of 2020. We're going to do who's coming towards you. I did pre-shuffle the cards already, and cross watchers, you are welcome. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull these cards out because I did meditate on them pretty well. Taurus. Bottom of the deck right now, I do have the 4 of Wands. The first cards that we have that came out are the Page of Wands and then the King of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So for some of you, there is obviously an energy of a new person, I think, that is just casually sort of in and out of your life. That's what the Page of Wands represents. This King of Swords, I feel like, is you sort of obviously having that stance, but also thinking about putting that stance down, also thinking about putting that guard down, because the King of Swords just is very guarded, very, very guarded. This is in the reverse. But I do see an energy of some of you do have a new person that has entered into your life. This is a current situation. We also have the 8 of Swords. This is, in and of itself, this has a couple different meanings, but in this reading, I'm feeling like this is a message coming to you and you don't see it coming. There's a message coming your way, and it's going to catch you off guard. You don't see it coming, and you're not expecting it. So for some of you, there's something headed towards you. Information, it could be good, it could be bad. You know, always have an open mind, but nonetheless, there's information. The 8 of Swords could also just be that there's things going on that you don't know about in your life. There could be people chatting about you. That's also, there just is information. There's, it could also mean that somebody has made decisions that you had no say in. It's a card that can mean a lot of different things, but for some reason I do feel like this is saying that there's a message coming in for you. Another card that came up is the Devil. So for some of you, it could be battling addictions, could be battling smoking, drinking, maybe using substances, maybe having too much sex, too much of a sexual type of situation. This could also go into diving deeper into like BDSM, hardcore, things like that. This could pertain to any of those subjects. So for some of you, you could be doing any of those things too much. Maybe, you know, it's a crazy, crazy time that we're in right now. So a lot of you could just be maybe just deciding like, hey, I'm going to smoke, or hey, I'm going to have another drink, or whatever it may be. The next card I have is the Knight of Cups. This is interesting because this is another person coming towards your life, and they actually have a pretty sincere offer, because the Knight of Cups is somebody that has a very sincere offer. It's like they're being pretty true. They're being pretty honest. So for some of you, you might have more than one person that you could be talking to, that could be around. I feel like the energy towards one person is a little bit more serious than the energy from another person in this aspect. And then again, on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Wands, which is the relationship and marriage card. So for some of you, you could be entering into a new relationship, maybe in July. There is somebody coming towards you. I feel like for some of you, you are talking to somebody new. There's a message coming in, right? There's an unexpected message coming in for some of you. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards. Let's see why the King of Swords is here. This is in the reverse. This is for Taurus, July of 2020. Four of Swords in the reverse, right. For some of you, you went through this resting period. You went through this quiet mode of literally resting yourself, your mind, your world, your attributes, everything methodically went through a process here. And that's that King of Swords. It's coming out of that energy of having your guard up all the time and feeling like you have to be so cold against everybody because you had such a stance. I mean, we're working with a lot of swords here as well. So that means that some of you have had a stabbing energy. You've gone through a lot. You went through a lot that was like literally like fucked up emotional. And so it's coming out of that. I see that King of Swords is in the reverse and this Four of Swords is in the reverse. You're finally feeling rested. You're finally feeling like, okay, I can go out and I can do things again and I feel better again. And I see this. I see this for a lot of you, which for Tauruses over the last little while, it has taken a while for them to come out of the cycles that they were putting themselves in the trajectory of their own emotional spirit. So I feel like for some of you, you are finally coming out of that stage because it was a long process. It really was very long. All right, let's check this Page of Wands. Ace of Pentacles came out. It's in the upright. So I like that. This could be finances improving. You could see more money. This also could pertain to a positive message coming your way. But I do really like the Ace of Pentacles in a money aspect. So for some of you, you could see some extra funds coming your way. The Five of Wands showed itself for that Page of Wands. So watch out for this new individual that's sort of casually in and out of your life for conflicts. We have the Emperor. So yeah, I think you're pretty aware. Tauruses, a lot of Tauruses that have high intuitive energy are definitely aware when someone is being a certain way, especially if they're being like this weird shady kind of energy. I think you're perfectly aware that this person's being that way, and I think you're methodically, and you're planning out your strategy according to knowing that they're that way. So that is good. I feel like you are aware that there's energies that are like that are in your life. So just stay aware. And yes, stay strong. The Emperor is like the daddy card. So it's like, stay strong. Stand your ground. You're in control. It's your life. And what you say goes because it's your life. So just always remember that. And if somebody's taking advantage in any sort of way, you have that power to do whatever you need to do for yourself to make sure that it stays the way that you need it to stay. Let's check this Devil card. These cards are flying out all over the place. Let's see. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, so just be careful that this substance doesn't knock you off course, doesn't knock you off of your money situation. Don't spend too much money in this situation. Don't put too much of anything into this situation. Like, you need to be mindful of what you're doing here. You need to be mindful of this fun. You need to be mindful of your money, of your health, things like that. So I think it's very easy to allow that Devil card to knock you off of your path and knock you off your goals and your attributes, whatever it is that you're working towards, and your daily schedule, everything like that, your sleep, your rest, your health, all of those things. Okay, so just try to be really mindful. Let's see about this Knight of Cups. I want to see this Knight of Cups. All right, I had a whole bunch of cards fall, but it was too many. Knight of Cups for Taurus. Hierophant in the reverse. So this other person is going to be something that is a good match for you, because I feel like they can vibe with you intuitively. I feel like it is more of a masculine energy, but it doesn't have to pertain male or female, but I do feel like it'll be pretty known, you know, who's the more masculine energy here, and I feel like they are, even though you kind of can have your own masculine type energy. But essentially, this person, you're going to, I feel like you vibe way more with this person than someone else. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get an outcome card for this. That was like 11:11 right when I said that. All right, and it just gave me an outcome card. Ace of Cups. Okay. So this is a new relationship. This is like a whole new beginning. This is totally a new relationship here. So for some of you, there's a new relationship coming in. Like I said, there was a message coming in. There's just, obviously there's something that's growing, that's building, and there's a new relationship coming in here, because that's what Ace of Cups is in the upright. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that right there. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Chariot. That's decisions. That's going on your right path. So for some of you, yeah, I feel like finally you might be meeting like a new person. There's like a new growth coming in, and it is part of the trajectory. So that's always an important aspect to know. Yeah, if this reading did resonate with any of you, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. Please subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys again on the next one.